Okay, so weekly roundup is now done. It's time to go and hit a back and biceps workout. Gonna have to get a little bit creative with it because it's a little bit harder to train back with just bodyweight stuff. But gonna get 1.5 litres of water down me, probably get some breakfast, and then we'll head out for the day. But I'll catch up with you when we're training. Okay, good morning guys. It is now Sunday, which means tonight the market's open. That'll be midnight sort of local time, and that's obviously 10 PM back home. Now, into next week, obviously I'm going to have limited time on the chart, so there's only a couple of things I am actually looking at. One of them being USD CAD longs, and the other being Aussie dollar shorts. Now, towards the tail end of last week, I was actually in a USD CAD short. Now, I had anticipated USD CAD to make a new low at the end of last week. Coming into sort of Thursday, price hadn't actually made it there. Now, that can mean one of two things typically. It can mean either price isn't going to get there, or price is just looking for a catalyst to actually make that move. Now, obviously we did have the NFP on Friday, and I deemed that to be, a sufficient catalyst. Obviously saw the opportunity to get into that short and got in, anticipating that the news would bring a little bit of added volatility and potentially take price to that target. Of course, that didn't happen, and I did get stopped out. Now, the way the weekly candle did close on USD CAD, it closed quite a nice hammer, leading me to believe that into this week, any sellers who are on the back foot still holding over the weekend are going to get further squeezed, and we are going to see a little bit of an upside push. But anyway, when I get in tonight, I'll do a little video, give you a little breakdown of what I'm looking at, and then sort of update you into next week. But for now, we're just having some food, and then we are heading out to a beach club for the day, so I'll catch up with you in a bit. Okay guys, so it's now Sunday evening. It's about 9:15 in the UK, which means it's around 45 minutes until market actually opens. Now, what I'm going to do is, again, because I'm on holiday, I don't have my my full watch list. I don't have time to dedicate to the charts. I'm going to go over the two pairs that I'm actually interested in going into next week, the two pairs that I'm going to be following, and how I'm potentially going to trade them. So I'm doing a call for my members at the moment. It's going to be recorded and uploaded to our analysis group, and then of course this day in the life is going to come out probably in a week's time or whatever. So the analysis may not be all that relevant to anyone watching. However, I'm just going to take you through what my members are getting, how I'm actually approaching the markets I trade into next week, given that I am obviously on holiday and can't dedicate as much time to the charts. Okay, good evening guys. I hope everybody has had a good weekend so far. I'm just going to give a quick breakdown of the two pairs that I mentioned earlier on Friday and yesterday, the pairs that I am going to be watching into the coming week. Now, the first pair that I want to talk about here is USD CAD. Now, something to note here on USD CAD, let's see if I can make my screen a little bit bigger. is that we have rejected this big weekly level. Now, what comprises this big weekly level here? Well, of course, in recent price action, it is this big swing low here. And then in slightly less recent price action, we do have a series of highs, one here, a couple here, a couple here. We also have a series of lows, more highs, and more highs back here also. And then, if you don't want to go back, you can see even all the way back here, 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 here. You can just see this is a massive level here on this weekly time frame, and therefore the way price action actually responds to that level is going to be more significant. It's very good to have an idea of what these higher time frame levels are actually doing. Now, there's also a higher time frame level in here, a weekly level just in there, which is that series of lows there, and then we do have a daily level here, which you'll see as I drop down onto this lower time frame. Now that we are down on this lower time frame, allow me to just clone that level and then drag that up there. What you can see is the way price reacted from that weekly level. Now, on the weekly, we formed a very sort of bullish looking hammer candle directly off of that level. And to me, I'm expecting price to trade up towards that weekly EMA. Now, if we drop down onto the daily, again, you can see the EMA is still significantly above current price action. I'd like to see price get up there. Now, the large wick that we've seen on this weekly time frame suggests to me that sellers are trapped beyond this low. Sellers like me, who executed shorts later into the week last week and actually got stuck, are now on the back foot as price pushes up towards their stops, which are most likely waiting beyond these highs or just beyond this level up here, which comprises the neckline of this head and shoulders. Okay. So again, always thinking where that next bit of liquidity is, where price has to go to actually get to move. Okay. Now you can see price did trade and accept through this level, and then in the next day it tried to get back above it, failed, and then on Friday it actually did push beyond it significantly, and it's now showing that we could see a significant run back up on this high. Now, of course, we do have the neckline of this head and shoulders, which has yet to experience a rounded retest, so we could be looking for that. I would certainly be looking to get involved in trades towards that neckline, not targeting anything specifically beyond it, but I'd look to trade up towards the neckline, and then if we can get acceptance above that level, so if price can get back up above, sit on top of that level from above, I'd like to see price sit on this range of highs in here from above, and then I'd like to get in another buy up towards potentially some of these highs or this overall daily level. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at into next week for USD CAD. And then for AUD USD, it is going to be the inverse. If I quickly show you a compare tool of USD CAD and AUD USD, and I simply put them both on a line chart, you can see there is a relatively strong inverse correlation there. I believe it's around tier 2 inverse correlation. So, they do relatively move in inverse to one another. Now, if I just take this off and go back to my candles, again, you can see weekly candle failing at the highs here on AUD USD. It probes beyond the highs of that double top and fails, and then pushes back below. Again, this shows me that buyers are trapped beyond that level. Now, as we drop down onto this daily time frame here, what we see is some really, really interesting price action. We see a very nice bearish engulfing directly off of that big weekly level on this daily time frame. Now, again, where's that next bit of liquidity? Of course, it is waiting beyond the lows, right? So where would I be targeting in a sell? I'd be targeting the lows. Now, we have this continual price trying for higher and not really making a good attempt. It tries to push up here, prints a hammer, relatively bearish candle, tries higher again, very bearish candle, almost an engulfing, tries for higher again, and then puts in an engulfing. So it really just shows price failing as it's pushing into that big weekly level there. Now, we see that failure on that daily time frame. Of course, we drop onto the lower time frames here, and it's the hourly that I'm actually interested in. I would like to see price retrace we're actually going to use a fib here, potentially just from this swing high there. And what we see is a nice area with fib confluence, 50% fib confluence. We have an EMA in there. We also have an untested, two untested lows here. We have, structure prices put in here and here, which is yet to be tested. Prices smash straight through it. It's yet to come back up and test it. So the reaction that we could see from that could be relatively significant. So let's see if we can get a nice reaction from there. And then I'm going to sell it down beyond the 61.8 into the overall lows here, right, of this range. So we've got a nice range here, resistance, support, right, big range there, right, and I just want to see price come down and target the bottom of it. Very, very simple, guys. That's all I'm looking for into this week. I will keep you updated as we go throughout the week. I'll show you if I get in these, how I trade them, and I'll provide updates as we go. But thanks as always for watching this little bit of analysis, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so analysis for members is done. My little bit of analysis for tonight is done as well. Now I'm gonna, upload that video for our members, and then I'm gonna go and have a drink, enjoy the rest of my evening, and I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is what a hangover looks like.
This extraordinary creature is half blind, half deaf, and this is just about as fast as it can move. That's what's going to happen to you if you live on nothing but leaves. It's a sloth.
Okay, so Monday has arrived. Myself and Neve took things relatively sensibly yesterday in terms of drinking and stuff like that. So I'm up at a decent time. It's around 7 back home in the UK. Got a good hour before the London opens to really assess anything that I want to do in the markets this week and make up a trading plan of how I'm going to approach that, with the fact I'm not going to have access to my laptop all throughout the day. Keep that in the forefront of my mind. So my trading plan hasn't changed for a long time because my conditions, my environment hasn't changed for a long time, right? So I've had the same approach to the markets, the same routine, but now, things are a little bit different, so I need to kind of work that into my routine. Now again, as we spoke about at the start of this video, maybe your thing is that when you're on holiday, you just don't want to trade at all. But for me, it's less relaxing to me to be completely away from the markets. I do like to still keep tabs. That does not mean I'm actively trading or taking trades every single day, but I still like to keep an idea of what's going on, and I like to see if there are opportunities that fit my plan. I'm going to take them, right? So I'm going to get on with my my morning analysis and my normal morning routine when I'm back home, going through any sort of business stuff I need to do, emails, whatever, get out of the way for the first sort of hour and a half, and then I'll go and enjoy the rest of my day. So morning analysis is now done, and I'm outside for the second part of my morning, which is of course getting in my workout. So this morning I'm just training chest and triceps. Could be doing some push-ups, some tricep dips. I've also got a resistance band set up on this daybed here to do some tricep pushdowns as well. Now you may be wondering what this is. Now We just recently picked up a little mic system. You kind of clip them on to your shirt. You can wire them up with like a little lapel mic and stuff like that. So we're giving these a little demo. You can let me know what you think the audio quality is like. I imagine there'll be a lot of interruption because it is windy and stuff like that, but hopefully these are going to bring the quality of the videos up a little bit. Something that we're really big into is reinvesting company profits back into making the channel better, making the groups better, office space, all this type of thing, just with the idea in mind of making what we offer as good as possible. Thank you very much, Callum. So yeah, we're always looking for ways to make things better for you guys here on YouTube, and for our members as well. So I'm gonna jump on with this workout, and then let's see what we get up to today. We've only actually got 2 days left. This video has spanned already nearly 5 days, but potentially we're going to rent a boat or something like that, and hopefully we get up to some more interesting and fun adventures. But regardless, it's been a really relaxing holiday so far. I did get an order in on Eurodollar this morning, which has been filled, so again I'll update you on that as we go. But for now, I'm going to get on with this workout. Okay, so I've now come in from chilling outside. I had a quick check of the markets on my phone. It's around about 12:30, so I entered that trade around about 2 hours ago now. And from what I can see, prices moved down through a minor level on a hourly time frame. Now, typically, typically I wouldn't be so aggressive with what I'm about to do. I'd probably just leave it and let perhaps a higher time frame level get broken. However, I'm relaxing. I'm not wanting to try and spend too much time on the charts, and for that reason I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive with my management. So what I'm going to do now is I'm simply going to drag my stop loss and pull it behind this previous H1 candle, which actually opened and then closed down through a significant level for me. So I'm going to wait for this to load up, and I'm going to save a picture of this chart and just say Euro USD update. Now, why am I saving pictures of the chart? Because I am going to be journaling when I get home. I'm going to be journaling all of this in my Edgewonk journal, and I like to keep my records nice and neat. I like to keep them all up to date. So that's what's happening with that. I'm going to go on and enjoy the rest of my day. Okay, so it's now around about 7 PM here in Greece, which is around about 5 PM back home in the UK. So London session is now coming to an end, and we're a good way into the New York session as well. Now, with regards to this trade on Eurodollar, if you just come around, in terms of managing this, you can see run a little bit in profit here. The account, some of you may know, the account size is typically 40k. However, we are in around 2% drawdown on the account because of that USD CAD trade that lost on Friday. Now, if I take you over onto the chart, you may not be able to see it, but I've not actually done anything with regards to active management on this at the moment. And then if I show you, obviously that is a live account as well. So basically, I don't want to choke the trade. I can't actively manage too much because I'm not at my screens all day, but we're getting ready to head out for a meal just now, and I just thought I'd check in and give you a quick update on that trade. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. So it's now Wednesday, we actually fly home tomorrow evening. Now, yesterday in the markets, quite a lot actually happened. The Eurodollar trade that I showed you ended up stopping out for a 2% loss. I then got a re-entry that hit a trailed stop for about 2.5%, and then I also got a really nice trade on dollar yen, which was 2% as well. I'll just show you this very quickly on my MetaTrader. So this one here was the initial 2% loss on euro dollar. I then made that back on a re-entry, and then last night we got a nice trade on dollar yen as well. We got up to loads of stuff yesterday. We rented some quads and stuff. I'll overlay some footage of that. But it was really windy, so when I was trying to talk, you couldn't really hear it. We decided to get quads! But anyway, I'm gonna wrap up with any of the journaling and stuff I've got to do for those trades. Very quickly to go over the trade on dollar yen, it was simply a reaction from this red daily level, you can see that barely just there, straight into this previous high below. Very simple level to level trade, literally in and out in a 1 hour candle pretty much. So anyway, gonna get wrapped up and then we're gonna head out for the evening, and I'll probably check in with you guys to wrap up the vlog when I'm heading home tomorrow. So this is our last evening here in Crete. We're just getting ready to head out for dinner right now. So this is pretty much a perfect place to wrap up this episode of Day in the Life. Now, this has been a little bit of a different style of Day in the Life video. There's certainly been much less trading content and a lot more lifestyle. However, if you did enjoy it, please be sure to drop it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't done that already. We are posting a lot more content and a lot more trading content as well in the coming weeks. So lots of exciting stuff coming up. And if you haven't already taken a look, top link in the description will be the KB trading community. You know, we have a great community of like-minded traders. We have a lot of funded guys in there. You know, we have people who are trading full time. No ego, no signals, just straight trading, setups, analysis all day, every day. So if you haven't done that, make sure to go and check it out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.